Well, it was a little bit shocking, I'll be honest with you, to have my microphone cut off and dumped from the program after less than 2 minutes. And all I was doing was repeating statements that Jake Tapper has said on air himself about President Trump. So Jake Tapper can go on the air. He can lie about President Trump. He can say his presidency was an American nightmare. He could push the Hunter Biden laptop scandal in an effort to help Joe Biden's campaign. And he can compare President Trump to Hitler, which is disgusting and egregious. But when I try to breach that subject on the network, they cut me off, they can me. Again, it's because they still want Americans to believe, laughably, that they're the most trusted name in news. They are not. They are an anti-Trump institution, just like basically every other main institution in this great country. And the American people are waking up to that, Sean. And that's why, regardless of the lies that CNN and the mainstream media have been spewing about President Trump for years, he continues to win. He has the momentum in this race. Recent Emerson College poll shows him winning in every battleground state. He's winning with independents. He's picking up a historic margin of the black vote. He's winning with Hispanics. He's winning with women. He's winning with young people, because all Americans realize that the Democrat Party is corrupt. They've been lying about him for years, and people remember just how much better their lives were under his leadership. And Thursday is going to be a great reminder of that.
Yes, this is a follow-up video I did few hours ago pertaining to CNN cutting up of they received massive backlash on social media. A lot of people calling, oh, Trump should cancel this debate. And immediately Trump released, oh, Biden should do drug tests. A lot of people suggested, like, maybe even Biden knows the question already, because these people are fond of it.
You know, the first presidential debate of 2024 is airing on CNN on Thursday, but already it's mired in controversy after you-know-whose campaign press secretary was yanked from the network this morning. Take a look.
President Trump is knowingly going into a hostile environment on this very network, on CNN, with debate moderators who have made their opinions about him very well known over the past 8 years and their biased coverage of him.
My colleagues, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, have acquitted themselves as professionals as they have covered campaigns and interviewed candidates from all sides of the aisle. I'll also say that if you talk to analysts of debates previous, that if you're attacking the moderators, you're usually losing. What do you expect from Joe Biden?
Well, first of all, it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time.
A lot of people suggested, like, maybe even Biden knows the question already, because these people are fond of it. This lady was brave enough to call their lives out. They could not permit her to continue with that interview. Trump campaign slammed Cassie for cutting off interview weekly, for calling out Jake Tapper, CNN cutting off my microphone for bringing up a debate moderator history of anti-Trump lies. Just prove our point that Trump will not be treated fairly. Everybody feels the same. The View had a segment where they talk about this. It is important. Take a look at this.
Back in the day, you know, journalists in the days of, like, let's say, Walter Cronkite and
people wouldn't have done that to Walter.
People wouldn't have done that, but or Peter Jennings. You know, you always saw and gave opportunity for both sides. It was what journalism was. I think Lester Holt said it best. Our world is different now. Mm-hmm. We're in the world of alternative facts as created by our favorite person, Kellyanne Conway. And when he was receiving the Edward R. Murrow Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2021, he said this. He said, I think it's become clear that fairness is overrated. The idea that we should always give two sides equal weight and merit does not reflect the world we find ourselves in. Decisions to not give unsupported arguments equal time are not a dereliction of journalistic responsibility or some kind of agenda. In fact, it's just the opposite. Our duty is to be fair to the truth. And that's what she was doing. She was being fair to the truth. She was trying to get to the facts. She refused to get to the facts. She instead wanted to sort of it was ad hominem attacks. And when that happened, you cut the mic. You cut the mic, and that's what she did. But he said, enough with both sides-ism. When one side lies intentionally and repeatedly, they are no longer entitled to the benefit of the doubt.
And we should keep in mind, too, that the people that need to hear this are the people who are running the networks that are okaying this. Because this idea, it's like they say to you now, you can only work within this perimeter. But if the facts are not clear to people, that was what a journalist was there to do, to say, in fact, this is what went on and this is how we checked. Now, we've been given doubts that people don't know how to do this. The media has pretty much always been fair to each side. And now when we've gone to this place where you only hear this, see, we have to tell you both sides. That's why Alyssa's here, that's why Anna's here, because we don't all think the same way. And it's like you all don't think the same way, so you want to hear what other people say. But when they're lying, we can't have it. No. We can't allow on this show to have things said that we know for a fact are not true. That's what it used to be. That's what it needs to go back to be, and that's where y'all come in. It's okay to feel...
Yes, it is insane for this lady to say this. How can you tell me recently we are able to balance both sides? When you take a look at people on this show, have there been a single day they are able to balance things both sides? They are clearly Democrat in everything they do. Whatever thing they put out here, Democrat propaganda. If they bring in a Republican, know that that Republican does not support Trump. That is what I notice with these people. So when I sit here to talk nonsense like this, like, they are good people, it triggers me a lot. Take a look at CNN, how they handle people. They have tried by possible means to portray to the public like they have changed. Nothing has changed about CNN. They have always been the same, like MMBC, on daily basis when I watch them. When they try to dig up your past, what you might have adjusted now. Maybe you have a new pause. But when I dive into the past, videos you have put out, I've not seen a single day where you sit and say, oh, let's be real journalists. CNN is not doing that. They do more propaganda, in favor of Democrat. So when I see Sonny Austin, Whoopi Goldberg sitting to talk trash, it triggered me, to a level I cannot even comprehend. Taking a look at these crazy ex-RNC officials defend CNN host on Fox News, she should be commanded. Former Republican National Committee official Doug defended CNN Cassie while appear on Monday's special report on Fox News. CNN will host the first presidential debate this cycle between Biden and Trump, moderated by Jack Tapper and Dana Bash. The debate will be simulcast on multiple networks, including Fox News, on Monday. Trump spokesperson Caroline, there is one thing I noticed about this debate. They say nobody should be able to read it, even give commentaries on it. If you do that, maybe they can give you a strike. Why should they do that? Because this is fair use. Yeah, I should be able to give commentaries on a debate like this because it concerns, party leaders on both sides. When they stand like this, I think I saw Elon Musk blasting this decision like this is insane. Why should CNN come in and put out a ridiculous law like this? These are the type of things they do on a daily basis when people don't trust them. I don't even know why Trump even took up that decision, to appear on this debate on CNN. It is not really right because we know them, what they will do. I'm just trying to observe them to see if the debate will be balanced. If not,